Yeah, I mean, it's also like when somebody says, oh, I love that shot. And I go, oh dear, that's wrong then, isn't it? You shouldn't love a shot. Not first off, it should all be part of a whole. That's my feeling, you know.
I've been getting some great feedback on the first 2 episodes, so I thought I'd look at a couple more techniques that I've been using in my past few projects. This time, however, they are a little more advanced. Keep in mind, these are techniques that will make your cinematography look more appealing, but they tend to be a bit stereotypical. They will make it nicer to watch, but they won't make you a better cinematographer. That's something that only comes with experience. As for the first couple of episodes, I'll be going over 2 techniques that I've been using in my past 3 projects that have made my cinematography that bit more interesting to watch. One of the techniques that I'm really intrigued by at the moment is day for night. I've tried it a couple of times in my previous work, but I've never quite mastered it. However, it is an incredibly useful technique for when you are short on time on set or when your camera isn't the best at night. If you haven't heard of shooting day for night before, to put it simply, it's the technique of shooting a night scene during daytime. When shooting it, you have to pay attention to light direction, what kind of filters you are using, and understanding what you can actually put in the frame. But I'll do an entire video soon showcasing how to properly do day for night. But for now, I'll go through a couple of simple tips that you may be able to do to at least get started on shooting day for night. I'll also include a couple of articles that I found on shooting day for night in the description below. The first thing you need to know about shooting day for night is that there will be a huge colour grade at the end of the project. Now, if you're on a large project, then you probably have a colorist that you can go to that will help you with this, but if you are like me, then you would be doing it all by yourself. It's an easy task to make an image dark, but to make it look realistic, as though it had actually been shot at night, is a challenge. But if you do everything right on the day, then it should be a much easier post-production process. When it comes to actually shooting though, the best and easiest thing you can do is to shoot at magic hour. The light will be perfect for shadows and for looking just like nighttime, but with perfect lighting. It will also make your colour grade much simpler. On the colour grading note though, I can't recommend DaVinci Resolve enough. It's what I use for all of my editing, as well as my colour grading, but it's also been used to grade a plethora of Academy and Cannes nominated films, as well as it being free to download. This is a much simpler cheat code than day for night, but I found it to be one of the best techniques you can do on set to make your cinematography look magnificent. Firstly, we need to look at the difference between haze and fog machines, because like the price, they are very different to one another, but also quite alike. A haze machine creates a haze of smoke in the air. It's a lot thinner and lighter than smoke, meaning that whilst you will need more of it in the beginning, it stays in the air for a much longer period. But this comes with a price to match, especially if you're looking at industry standard ones. Fog machines are much more common. They do create a more dense smoke, but they can also be very useful in either creating mystery in something like Blade Runner, or to show havoc in a film like Raging Bull. There are so many great ways that you can use smoke or haze in your films. Using it for lighting purposes is a great way to create some depth in your cinematography. It lets the smoke or haze carry the light through the frame and sometimes to where you want the audience to look, but it can also help establish a mood in the scene, or even a time period. Out of the two, haze is probably my favourite, just due to the magic that it creates with light, but if you don't have or want a haze machine, then a smoke machine and a fan will do the job just as well. However, be careful with what fluid you are using in any machine you get, as some may be irritants that tend to puddle on set. Ultimately, you want to be creative with your work, but sometimes it's nice to take shortcuts to get there, as long as they aren't making the quality of your work worse. Using a technique like day for night will take a lot of time to master, but the best thing you can do now is get out there and try it for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video on a couple more of my cinematography cheat codes. Watch out for the next episode where I'll be looking at some more advanced techniques. If you found this video helpful, a like is appreciated, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.